All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Creativerse on the Production Galactic Creativerse server. Have I committed to doing more Creativerse? Probably. And I actually came over here to see this guy. I kind of forgot what Keepas looked like. Now I realize I actually just forgot which one of these guys was named a Keepa. So this is a Keepa. They give you arc stones, which is awesome because that's what I want. That's what I need. So I got to get a few of these guys into my farm. But that's not really what we're going to focus on today. Today, you guys probably saw the electricity update came out, which is really cool. So we're going to actually start wiring up our place and doing a bit more work. But I'm going to find a hose, get some arc stones, and then we're going to jump into some electricity. Are there any more of these guys? I don't think so. This build's awesome. What are you doing up there? I noticed some of my creatures in my farm were a bit buggy and like hanging out on top of roofs and stuff. But anywho, I gotta find a hose, and I'm going to grab whatever arc stone this fella can give me. And then we're gonna look briefly for a keep. I need to go get some glass. You know, a few minor things. I probably won't bring you guys along, so I'll just meet you over at the base, and we'll start doing some stuff. Alright, so let's get started over here. What do I need right now? I need to put on this wiring glove. We're going to get started with some of the electronics. First thing I want to do is hook up something. Now, I did try hooking up a few things. We're going to use a switch. Now, there is a limit to how far these things go, apparently. I was playing with it, and it doesn't seem to have a huge distance. So what I'm actually going to try to do right now is connect these fans and these lights to a switch. That way I can turn them on and off, so we can have this hallway and these fans dark if we want. Which probably isn't the greatest idea, but we are going to put it, I guess right here is probably good. And then, boop. Let's see. Why is it not letting me click anywhere? Alright, so let's do this. And it's not letting me click it. What about you? That's bizarre. Maybe it's because I haven't... Maybe it's because they were there from before the patch. Yeah, I think that's it. So, I have a whole bunch of fans on me for some reason. I don't know why. Somewhere along the way, a whole bunch of fans showed up in my inventory. Which is interesting. But anyway, this is more or less the what you do, and then, well, if I switch over to this, I flip that. They all turn off, they all turn on. That's basically the gist of it. It's pretty easy to do. So yeah, I'm going to try and get this entire thing hooked up. I don't know how far exactly this will go. I haven't tested like exact limits. I'm hoping it'll reach like up to this light would be great. And then there's a few other places I want to wire, but then we're going to do a little bit of work on the workshop probably. There's a few more things I want to do, but I'm just going to get this wired up and then we'll look at it. Alright, kind of got it all wired up. You can see all these blue lines going which every way. So we can turn this off. The fans and the lights, we can turn it back on. Now, something that does occasionally happen is that you have to update the lights after they turn on and off. So sometimes you gotta like remove a block, you know, the lighting updates. Sometimes that's an issue in this game. But oh well, that's something we can deal with. So anywho, let's head over to the workshop where we're going to check out some stuff. We're gonna get it wired up. I've done a bit of work on it off camera. I also have to shape this building. If you look at it, there's all kinds of pieces missing. So I'm going to shape this up in peak stone. Make it probably a couple blocks higher than it is. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. So if we come in, we got this entranceway, which isn't done. Obviously, we need to do something with a roof and, you know, a few other things. But in here, this is kind of the vibe I'm going for. I think I'm going to put a railing along the top. I'm not sure. Up top, we're going to have a few different areas. We're going to have one for brewing potions and, you know, some of that stuff. We're going to have an area for health potions and probably corruption and whatnot. And some general storage and whatnot. But right now, I want to wire these up. Because these all have lights over top of them. And I'd like to wire them up so that it kind of goes, you know, these turn on and then these ones and then those ones and so forth. I think that'd be a really cool effect. I've got all of these delays. which, you know, pretty easy to make. So all these delay gates, and we're going to hook those up. And then I also kind of want to use the LEDs with this back wall. The LEDs are pretty cool. You can change the color and whatnot. So a little bit of work to be done. Now the delay gates, I don't know where I want to put them. I do believe I could kind of like put them down here, and that would work. I think I might do that just so they're hidden. So anyway, I'm going to start wiring these up, and I'm kind of torn. I'm thinking I'm going to put a pressure plate right here, and that's how we're going to do it. So when you walk in, it turns on. I think that'd be a cool effect. That'll also allow us to use this other guy here, this inverter, so that when you walk in, they turn on. When you walk out, they turn off, I think is what I want. So basically, we can do a little bit of this on camera. We're going to use this guy here. So let's go over here. I'm going to click. You go over to here. And there's no settings for this. No. So then that will go to these lights, then the delay gate, and so forth. I got to remove and place the lights all again, though. So I'll be back in just a second and hopefully have it all wired. All right, so I think I got something. Let's try it. So that's it turned off. And then to turn it on. It's not exactly perfect. Yep. So, I don't think these pressure plates are going to work. I guess we'll put a switch. Okay, so let's do this. Now these things tend to have a bit of a memory, so if I attach it to this, it should be good. So the delays are a bit weird. They're a bit long, but anywho, that's more or less the idea. I guess I can show you guys all these pathways. So basically, lights don't have a send signal. Lights only have a receive signal. So the signal goes from the inverter gate, which I don't need at all because I have a switch now. It goes to the inverter gate to the delay, and then the delay sends it to a light and the next delay. Then that delay sends it to a light, and then the next delay. That's how I got the delays to do that, because the lights can't actually send a signal, they can only receive a signal, but the delays can both send and receive a signal. So anyway, it's pretty cool when you have this thing open because you get these sweet lasers. And I could have used probably one delay down the middle, but I just put some along each side because I had them. Anyway, I'm going to fold this up, and then what I'm actually going to do next is clean up the outside. So I don't know if this could be the roof, but I'm going to start putting peak stone around the outside so we can get the feel of how dark it'll be. I think that'll be really nice. And yeah, so that's sort of my next step. All right, let's take a look. Now everything's dark. So let's hit the lights. Oh, right. So the lights turn off, sort of like a factory, like, you know, in the row. And it's completely dark. We got some railing up top, which is pretty hard to see. Probably should have left the lights on to show that. These lights stay on. Haven't hooked them up. Don't know if I want to. This is kind of our welcoming area. I'm thinking about putting like a little table right here, almost like a desk. But if we go up top here, you can see we got a railing, and it's pretty cool. It's all actually pretty well lit from these lights that turn on and off with the switch. I just got to get something back here, but I don't feel like doing that today. So let's turn these back on. I feel playing more with electricity. So I'm going to go back and try and get some LEDs in the back and see if we can't do anything, you know, neat with those. Also, this is starting to take shape. You can see, obviously, we're going to bring it down. The bedrock, we're going to bring it down. Obviously, got to do that side as well. But it's coming together pretty nicely. I'm thinking this right here, we're going to turn into a valley. It's going to be a valley, similar to the one we have over there. I think it'll just look better like that. But that's for another time. So I'm going to put a little bit more work in here, get some LEDs in the back wall, try and do something cool with some colors, and yeah. Alright, so I got some LEDs in the back there. I had 10, so I kind of put them in this shape, and I think I'm going to have them go up kind of through the floor too. And I'm also think I'm going to invert them so that they're on when these lights are off, if you know what I mean. I don't know. But anywho, that was playing with some LEDs, got some fun colors. Don't really know what pattern I want back there yet, but you know, something like that. I'm also thinking I might want to add some peak stone instead of this stone, but I'm not 100% sure yet. There's also, you know, a ton of other stuff still left to do, which is one of the things is like lifting up all the chests and making them the bigger chests, which is going to be real annoying. How's this looking? It looks like there's one up there that's not connected, right? I think it might be out of range. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be out of range. But that's pretty cool. A few other things that I got to do, obviously. The workshop is pretty close to being finished. Just got to put in some chests, some processors, and finish up the roof. But the other big thing, what is this thing? Is it trying to fight me? Is that what this is about? You know what? We gotta really amp up production because there's a project I want to work on that's not anything to do with this base. So I think in the next episode or two, I kind of want to wrap up definitely the workshop and get kind of this top level fixed up because I would love to get, you know, it's more of an official bedroom. Also, Walden came over and kind of fixed my farm. He's been bugging me forever to put the water. You can put the water one underneath and it still works. And he's been bugging me forever to do it, and I haven't. And now it all looks good. He made all the lines straight. So thank you, Walden. So yeah, I think that's about it for me today. This actually took a long time. Getting used to this wiring system takes a bit of time. I have to go collect some sand. And next episode, I want to make a ton of progress in reorganizing this upstairs room here. And, you know, just doing a lot of stuff around this base because I want to get it kind of finished up because I have an idea for sort of a group build that I really want to get off the ground. But anyway, that's about it for me today. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Creativerse, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.